that another person is human, and that they have feelings just like you, and they're a person just like you, and you never know what they could be going through.
In my opinion, it's all about self-awareness and simplicity. Like, self-awareness. I definitely have flaws. I am not perfect. And people would also agree that I'm not perfect. But I'm trying to get better. And that's all that matters. And simplicity.
And that's another thing
If you have a problem,
that I'm like,
no, yeah, go ahead.
I love that I see in you is that you're not like most of Gen Z in the way that they, let's face it, people don't want to do anything. Gen Z is like probably the worst generation by far, just for the sheer fact that they think that everything should be handed to them on a silver platter, and they don't understand that if they want something that they have to work towards it, or if they want something done, they have to do something about it. They think that everything should be done for them. And I really is like it's crazy to think, because like that's the next generation to run the world. When they grow up, they're all adults and they're all out there working. It's definitely gonna be a tough one, because I can't imagine them wanting to work at all or get involved in like or try.
Yeah, if once, it's gonna be always. One, if one generation were to, like, let's say mess up on something, that they were taught something wrong, then they're gonna teach what they were taught to the next generation, and any imperfection could go on for like bloodlines upon
Well,
bloodlines,
I mean,
generations upon generations.
Gen Z is only the way it is because of millennials.
Oh
Millennials,
yeah,
where it was a day and age where like you got, and you could go to school and get an award just for participation. Like you basically had everything given to you, and then they get that mentality, and that they're trying to put that on their kids, and then they're finally realizing that these people who raise their kids this way, they're realizing like, damn, it's not handed to you. It's like gotta work for this. Because I can't imagine a millennial parent having a kid and being unemployed and getting everything handed. It's an unrealistic standard in today's society.
yeah. Another thing would have to be technology, because around like when millennials were younger, like it was modern technology was around in their infancy, so they were still experimenting, right? By that time, it was new. It was like not like new, like not like full on like a first world's like world's first computer, like none of that. Like the beginning of modern technology, like instant communication, uh, you know, digital, whatever, digital phone calls, and okay, hold on,
I don't see a
yeah,
problem
digital
with
phone
making
calls.
things like digital. I don't see problems with making things more efficient electrical, but like I don't think that things should be completely done by those things, because um
Like, if it's for the sake of convenience, then heck yeah, go for it. But if you're willing to abuse the fact that you have that power, that's what that's where the imperfections start.
yeah, and I think a lot of people are um they think that like they kind of have this complex that they have a higher authority or something, they're on a higher power than every other human compared to them, and I feel like that they are the worst kind of people, because nobody really likes them. I would hate to be like to even have a conversation with somebody who thinks of me as less of a person, or thinks of themselves as more of a person than me, because I'm just as much as a person as they are. And if they're gonna treat me differently, then I don't really want to interact with such a person. And I know that like I know that Gen Z is like gonna be the worst at this stuff because the only reason, like, I mean, yeah, digital's okay, but like Gen Z is gonna end up with so many social and like social situations because they're not raised in an environment where they're being social and they're learning these life skills where they can go out and have a conversation with just a random person they met on the street and be okay, because I know like they like to the newer generation, like I know they got really bored during COVID. They got really bored during COVID. And controversial or not, it's a topic that like um that stuff like them coming up with mental disorders or stuff like that. I don't think they're fake,
Self-diagnosing.
but I don't self-diagnosing is not okay by any means. You can't self-diagnose
Well, that shouldn't
yourself
even be
for something.